Welcome to A Spoonful of Sugar TV. I am your transporter, Stud Philosophies.
Welcome back to A Spoonful of Sugar, a channel where curiosity meets insight. Inspired by the timeless phrase from the classic Mary Poppins song, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Our channel aims to sweeten the sometimes complex and challenging topics of philosophy, astronomy, and world events with engaging urban, Black perspectives. Hold on a second. Now we're going to get into the first episode. We'll start off this 10-part series with a bonus episode where I present unique takes on historical figures, pushing the line and questioning history. Please like, subscribe, comment. Now let's get into this video. Today we embark on a journey through the sands of time to explore the life of one of antiquity's most celebrated figures, Hypatia of Alexandria. Hypatia was a philosopher, mathematician, and an astronomer of unparalleled brilliance, whose intellect shone brightly in the ancient world. Born in Alexandria in the 4th century AD, she was revered for centuries as a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment. But while much is known about her scholarly achievements and her tragic demise, there remains one mystery that has eluded historians for millennia: the identity of her mother. Hypatia's mother is an enigma wrapped in the mist of history with no recorded name or background. This absence of information has sparked countless theories and debates among scholars and enthusiasts alike. Today we present an intriguing and bold theory. What if Hypatia's mother was a Black woman from Egypt? Ancient Egypt was a melting pot for cultures, ideas, people from all corners of the known world. It was not uncommon for individuals of diverse backgrounds to come together, share their knowledge and wisdom. Could Hypatia's exceptional intellect and unique perspectives have been influenced by her mother, whose roots lay deep in the sands of Egypt? In this video, I will dive into the historical, cultural, and scientific evidence that supports this fascinating theory. We will explore the possibility that Hypatia's mother was not only Black, but also a vital source of her father's profound knowledge and his understanding of the world. Theon of Alexandria, Hypatia's father, was a world-renowned mathematician and philosopher in his own right. But could it be that his insights were enriched by the wisdom of his wife, a woman with a deep connection to the ancient Egypt tradition of learning? Join us as we uncover the hidden threads of Hypatia's heritage, examine historical records, cultural exchanges, and the profound impact of Egyptian knowledge on the ancient world. Together, we will explore, question, and celebrate the rich tapestry of human history that shaped one of the most remarkable minds. Prepare to embark on a journey of discovery and enlightenment. This is not just a story about the past. It is a quest for understanding the diverse and interconnected roots of the human knowledge. So hit that subscribe button again, give a thumbs up. Let's dive into the mystery of Hypatia's heritage together. Welcome to the quest for truth. Welcome to the story of Hypatia. Part 1. Discovery and initial curiosity. It was an ordinary night when I found myself immersed in the study of Aristotle while hidden a wood. My research led me to Raphael's masterpiece, The School in Athens. It was painted between 1509 and 1511. It's housed in the Vatican museums. As I scanned the fresco, the painter's last name, something unusual caught my eye. Within the first 3 seconds, I noticed this woman in a room filled predominantly with men. This woman stared back at me, her presence both commanding and enigmatic. Intrigued and perplexed by her inclusion in the male-dominated setting, I embarked on a quest to uncover her identity and significance. Little did I know this journey would unravel a shocking narrative that intertwines race, knowledge, and betrayal. Today we delve into the theory that Hypatia's mother may have been a Black Egyptian woman, a fact that ancient leaders may have obscured to fit their narratives. Along with this, we'll examine how Hypatia's identity has potentially been whitewashed from its rich Egyptian roots. Part 2. The enigmatic Hypatia. Depicted in Raphael's fresco painting was Hypatia, the woman that would spark this journey. She was an extraordinary figure in ancient philosophy. Born in Alexandria, she was a mathematician, astronomer, and a philosopher who surpassed her father, Theon of Alexandria, in all fields. Hypatia's intellect and contributions were well documented, yet much of her work was destroyed or lost over time. Despite her prominence, the mystery surrounding her mother's identity and her family's true origins persisted. My suggestion is that Hypatia was mixed, and her mother was a Black Egyptian. Opens a new dimension to her history, to her story, challenging the conventional narratives that have long dominated historical discourse. Firstly, let's consider some compelling evidence supporting the theory that Hypatia and her mother were both Black Egyptians. Fact 1. Alexandria was a cultural melting pot, and historical records suggest that intermarriages between Greeks and Egyptians were common. Fact 2. The teachings and traditions Hypatia followed were deeply rooted in Egyptian philosophy and science, indicating a strong influence from her maternal heritage. Fact 3. Descriptions of Hypatia's appearance in ancient texts have been vague, but some sources hint at features common among North African populations at the time. Hypatia, the renowned philosopher and mathematician of ancient Alexandria, was born into a society where cultural and racial dynamics were complex and often fraught with tension. Her father, Theon, a respected mathematician and philosopher, may have met her mother, a Black Egyptian woman, through the diverse and vibrant intellectual circles of Alexandria, a melting pot of different ethnicities and cultures. Their relationship could have blossomed in the multicultural hub, driven by shared intellectual pursuits and mutual respect. However, given the societal prejudices and rigid class systems of the time, Theon might have felt compelled to hide her mother's identity to protect Hypatia from potential discrimination and ensure her acceptance into the scholarly community. This concealment would have been a strategic move to safeguard Hypatia's opportunities and preserve her legacy in a world that often marginalized individuals based off of race and ethnicity. Not much has changed. This absence of any significant romantic relationship with the male figure has led some to speculate about her sexuality. Given her devotion to her faith and the lack of historical records about a male partner, it's possible Hypatia could have been a lesbian, a theory that adds a layer to her complex identity. To understand the profound implications of Hypatia's heritage, it is essential to explore the relationship between Egyptian and Greek civilizations. Ancient Egyptians were known for their advanced knowledge in various fields, and they often regarded Greeks as childlike, in need of their wisdom. When Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, he brought Greek culture into direct contact with Egyptian knowledge. This fusion laid the foundation for the Greek Empire's philosophical advancements. However, the possibility that Greek scholars, including Theon, may have appropriated Egyptian knowledge and claimed it as his own cannot be overlooked. Throughout history, the recording and interpretation of events has been influenced by the perspectives and the bias of those in power. A notable example involves the ancient Greeks and their portrayal of Egyptian history. Due to the cultural and ethnic discrimination, Greek historians sometimes altered or minimized the achievements and contributions of the Egyptians, portraying their culture as superior. This misrepresentation not only skewed historical facts, but also obscured the rich heritage of Egyptian civilization. However, modern archaeology and historical research have worked diligently to correct these inaccuracies. By uncovering original artifacts, texts, and other evidence, scholars may have been able to restore a more accurate account of Egypt's profound impact on the fields such as mathematics, medicine, and astronomy. These efforts are crucial in preserving the authentic history of cultures that may have been marginalized, ensuring that their true legacies are recognized and honored. Part 3. Hypatia's Inventions and Intellectual Legacy. Hypatia's contributions to science and philosophy were groundbreaking. She invented the astrolabe, used for astronomical measurements, and a hydrometer, which measured the density of liquids. Her teachings, detailed in letters from her students, emphasized the integration of mathematics and philosophy. These letters provide a glimpse into her intellectual prowess and the profound impact she had on her pupils. However, the erasure of her work raises questions about the motives behind the actions. Could it be that her achievements threatened the established order, prompting a concerted effort to obliterate her legacy? Now let's address Hypatia's father, Theon, and his wealth. Theon was a mathematician and philosopher, but there were whispers that his wealth was accumulated through appropriation of knowledge from the grand libraries of Egypt. The libraries, rich with the wisdom of ancient Egyptian scholars, were the treasure trove that Theon might have exploited to gain prominence and fortune. Despite her father's achievements, Hypatia surpassed Theon in every field. She became one of the most renowned philosophers, mathematicians, and astronomers of her time. Her brilliance attracted students from all over the Mediterranean, and she was celebrated for her profound understanding and innovative thinking. Hypatia's relationship with Aristotle's work was profound. She engaged deeply with his philosophies and teaching, pushing the boundaries of even his ideas further. Aristotle, often held as the father of Western philosophy, is believed by scholars to have drawn heavily from the rich intellectual traditions of ancient Egypt. This perspective suggests that many of Aristotle's most influential ideas, including his explorations into metaphysics, ethics, and natural sciences, were significantly inspired by the advanced knowledge systems that Egyptian scholars had developed a millennia prior. While this view challenges the conventional narrative that positions Greek philosophers at the pinnacle of original thought, it also highlights the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations and underscores the importance of acknowledging diverse contributions to human knowledge. Part 5. A Sinister Family Secret. As I delved deeper into Hypatia's stories, a darker narrative began to emerge. The possibility that Hypatia, Theon's father, played a sinister role in her mother and her demise due to jealousy is a haunting thought. If Hypatia and her mother were indeed the sources of Theon's knowledge, his resentment towards their intellectual superiority could have driven him to extreme measures. The notion that he may have collaborated with his possible son to eliminate them further complicates the tragic tale. Theon's wealth, potentially amassed through stolen knowledge and the exploitation of his family's genius, casts a shadow over his legacy in my eyes. And so we find ourselves at the crossroad of history and speculation. The true nature of Hypatia's identity remains shrouded in mystery, inviting us to question what we have been told and to seek the truths that lie beneath the surface. Well, what did you think? The story of Hypatia and her mother is a compelling tapestry of intellectual brilliance, racial identity, and familial betrayal. The possibility that there were Black Egyptians who significantly influenced ancient philosophy challenges the traditional Eurocentric perspectives. By uncovering these hidden facets of Hypatia's life, we gain deeper understanding of the intricate interplay between Egyptians and Greek civilizations and the lengths to which they might go to protect their own legacy. I want you to think more about this and even look up Hypatia. Notice how she's portrayed in movies. What does she look like? Does she look Egyptian? This was a bonus episode as our first episode for the channel. This is just giving you a taste into a spoonful of sugar. TV.